Welcome and welcome back, everyone. This is the Cosmic Awakening, and today we have important messages that you need to hear right now. This is a timeless pick a card. Take a deep breath, exhale. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of my next uploads here on the channel. We have three options today. Option 1, we have the rose quartz tumble. Option 2, we have the lepidolite blade. Option 3, we have this mookaite jasper tumble. If you like the decks that I use here, you can find them in the affiliate links in the description box. If you would like a private reading or an energy healing session with me on Zoom, you can find my email in the description box for the same. Okay, let's start this reading. Pile 1, welcome. If you chose the Rose Quartz Tumble, this is your reading. If you'd like a private reading with me or an energy healing session on Zoom, you can find my email in the description box. If you like the decks that I use, you can find the affiliate links in the description box as well. Don't forget to comment how this resonates for you in the comment section. If it does not resonate, choose another pile. Take what resonates, leave what does not. I'm reading for a lot of people, so keep in mind that not all messages are going to resonate all the time. Okay. Starting off with the Beyond Lemuria deck. Let's see what we have for you with this beautiful artwork here. Reclaim your energy. Beautiful. Okay, the number 42 or the number 6 may be relevant to you. The month of June could be relevant. The 6th of a month or 42 could be an age or a significant number here. 6 in numerology, life path, or another important birthday number. That adds up to a 6. Okay, so guys, it seems like you are reclaiming your energy. So you may have been, I do feel with this group here, you guys, especially if you're a life path number 6, but doesn't have to be, you could be my empaths in this pile number 1. And you've been giving your energy away a little bit too much, possibly in the past several years, and you could be surrounded by someone or people who are energy vampires, and they sense that you have a lot of good energy to give, and you could also be dealing with narcissists. I love how she is putting back her crown. I see this as someone putting back their crown. And she has like 3 pairs of arms here, it seems. And to me, this is pointing out to the many talents that you may have that you could be constantly ignoring or not working on because you are using your energy on other people. I'm sorry if you hear some noise. It's my neighbors are doing construction work. This is not something that I can control, unfortunately. So please bear with me. If it's too annoying, then maybe click off. I don't know. But again, the reason that they're possibly started doing this work right now, right on top of where we are, could be how other people are using your energy and impacting your life in a way that is disturbing you from your path and from what you should be doing. Okay? So you're going back to reclaiming your energy right now. This is the energy that you're coming into. You're putting your crown back on. You are getting your life sorted again. And this is calling you to focus and to really think about where you're putting your energy, because where you put your energy is really your choice. And there could be things that are triggering you and distracting you and getting you to put your energy elsewhere. And I do see you overcoming any triggers through self-awareness right now. And the book actually says reclaiming your soul fragments. So you, somewhere along the line, you got fragmented due to these energy vampires. And these people, they work as in, it's like they're always doing their own construction work around you. And it's like you get this, you are able to capture the vibration even if they don't speak a word around you. It's like their life is under construction, and you can feel like you can feel their energy, and it eats away at your own energy. But right now, I do see you, if you were feeling like you fell victim to your circumstances or to certain people, I do see a shift right now, from possibly what could have been a victim mentality. And you've realized that actually, no, it is your choice to choose where, it's your choice to where you put your energy, okay? I'm going to read from the book now. When we embrace an energy-aware lifestyle, we start to notice when we feel drained or ungrounded, especially around certain people. We may feel flat or out of our center after spending time with certain people or places. So this has got to be, for you, a sign that, something is not right. And you either need to move away from these places, these people, or if you can't because you're stuck in a situation, you need to somehow shift your energy away and find a way to create your own bubble and focus on doing your thing anyway. Our energy is our responsibility, exactly, and how we give it away becomes a conscious choice as we step into empowerment. But what about the fragments of self we gave away before we came to this awareness? Yes, it is possible to recover and restore yourself to wholeness. In shamanic practice, recapturing and reuniting with lost fragments of ourselves is called recapitulation. Even when we become aware of the patterning that unnecessarily chews up our energy, we may still feel drained by certain people or situations. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, people around us will not change just because, we change or we think they can change. But we need to find a way of blocking off the noise. Just as I am pushing through this reading, even though they're making noise, I need to keep going. I can't stray off my path and get mad just because someone is, making a whole bunch of noise. It's not something I can control. What I can control is whether I keep pushing forward or not in this situation. When we grow our awareness further and take note of the triggers, we see it is always our choice where our energy goes, although it might not feel that way. We may feel we need to give to the people we most care about in a way that depletes us. We may hold a subconscious sense of obligation to others or a belief that our own needs cannot be met until we have taken care of everyone else. Guys, I'm going to use that example when you're on a plane and they give you instructions to whether if a case of depressurizing happens where in a loss of altitude or some other situation where the masks fall, from the ceiling, the advice is always to put the mask on yourself first, then help out someone else in need, such as a child or someone else who may not be able to take care of themselves. And there's a reason for that, because if you lose consciousness, they will still not be able to put the mask on, neither will you. And even if they do go unconscious for a little minute, you're still capable of helping them out after you've helped yourself out. So we may feel we need to give to the people we most care about in a way that depletes us, but we may hold a subconscious sense of obligation to others or a belief that our own needs cannot be met until we have taken care of everyone else. So we may run ourselves ragged, meeting deadlines, keeping customers happy, living up to expectations, or ensuring we have everything our children require from us. Many of us expend energy through drama, self-doubt, self-sabotage, anxiety, and fear. Sometimes we sense we are giving too much, but cannot see exactly how it is happening, or that our effort may be unproductive, even counterproductive, but it doesn't have to be like this. To claim more time and energy for yourself, look at what it is that isn't serving you. You may need to make changes in your external environment, and more often, the most effective change will be in your perception of self. What beliefs and learnings serve you? What fear-based and limiting expectations are keeping you from your power? Consciously choose and align yourself with ideas that serve you, and suddenly you will have a lot more energy for the meaningful, inspiring parts of your life. You will also have improved presence and more for your loved ones. Exactly. Fill your own cup so then it can overflow and you can give to others. We become aware of our patterning thought through self-awareness. By observing the observer, we can broaden our perspective of how and why we react to certain stimuli. This understanding helps us untangle ourselves from drama. We can distinguish what is relevant and real to us in the here and the now from outdated stories. Instead of reacting when we feel triggered, we can peel back the layers of those moments and claim greater understanding of ourselves and the myths we have unwittingly subscribed to or that others have ascribed to us. Meditation can help us explore and take responsibility for our internal dissonance. Anything that takes you out of the busyness of your mind can heighten your perspective so that you can see the bigger picture. Otherwise, you're just dabbling in thoughts in your own mind and you're not getting information from outside that could actually help you, right? There are other contributors to energy depletion, such as not having enough healthy food or sleep. Diet and lifestyle are usually easier to rebalance than our self-beliefs. Illness, so like you can start by eating better, sleeping more, and then your mind will be calmer and more relaxed, and then you will be able to open up to making other changes like self-sabotaging thoughts or giving your energy away. Illness and environments that affect self-esteem or where our soul does not feel at home or safe are other factors. We may need outside help to reclaim our energy, but having an awareness of what is required is a step closer to being able to fix the problem and can start the healing process. When you are going through tough times, doing something that makes the soul rejoice, even something small, is extremely helpful in boosting your energy level, such as singing or dancing or listening to uplifting music. You are being encouraged to be aware of where your energy is going. If you are not at your optimal energy level, it invites you to consider the core of why this may be. Are you sleeping enough? Are you eating healthy? Are you exercising? Are you doing things every day, at least once, that make you happy? Or are you just solving other people's problems and working all the time? You have the power to own your energy and choose where you direct it. It's also about being disciplined and finding, that time of the day for each thing. Look at situations that trigger drama and anxiety to reduce energy loss. Detach from environments or people that are not healthy for you. It is up to you to make that shift. Victim mentality is no help, so realize you have the power to transform your life and choose healing and self-empowerment. It's time to kickstart the upward spiral to abundant energy and soul presence. Beautiful message, guys. Yes, and now we have alchemical mutation. Okay, from the Lightworker Oracle and the number 31. So the number 31 in a more complex numerology, you can check out Ed Peterson for the complex numerology that I'm talking about. The 31 is all about conflict, struggles, and, really competing, especially with yourself and other people who bring you, in this case, unhealthy competition. The only person you need to compete with is yourself. 3 plus 1 is a 4. 4 is about structuring yourself. So to overcome, the sense of conflict, inner and outwardly, all you can do right now is really structure yourself, structure your habits, and create healthier habits as well. Because by reclaiming your energy, what's happening is there will be an alchemical mutation going on within you, and that's the way that you control things and you change things. From the book, your spiritual growth is changing your mind, body, and soul. It is very real. So you are growing spiritually, and hence the reason why you are now deciding to reclaim your energy. You're taking responsibility because what you've learned spiritually has actually made you more accountable toward your own progress and your own self, and you realize that no one else is going to change your life except for yourself. It is helping you fulfill all aspects of your divine destiny. It is awakening spiritual talents and attracting in new energies. Yes, it's the shift It's your internal shift that will attract these new energies. This process will bring tremendous joy and satisfaction. Good for you guys. The body changes as light enters. Alchemy is catalyzed and transformation happens. Sometimes the appearance of the body changes. So I'm seeing a lot of you, due to this conscious shift in your energy and where you put it, will bring you a glow up as well. There will be a change in how your body feels, responds, and acts and creates. Your radiance will increase. Lightness of being increases. So you're stepping into your light body now. You're moving away from lower vibration in this whole process. If you have clairvoyant vision, you will see the increase in light around you as though the person is actually lit up from within. Spiritual abilities will become grounded in the body, and you can channel healing energy just as naturally as you would set a dinner table. The spirit becomes a living reality in your body, and the material world will be experienced as an extension of that divine light. This alchemy is an empowering gift of love. It's self-love. Symptoms of this process can at times be challenging. They may include headaches and other aches and pains, flu-like symptoms, and inexplicable and nearly overwhelming fatigue that can last for days. So a lot of you could be going through this right now. Actually, a lot of people are. So this is actually very collective message here. And then suddenly, okay, are you done now? Okay, thank you. And then suddenly vanishes along with a surge of new energy. Yeah. We may also experience pinging in the ears, increased sensitivity to light or sound, hormonal imbalance, and hot flushes, excessive sexual energy, mental obsessions or mood swings, aggression, and unintentionally harsh reactions to people. If you have been experiencing any of the above and wondered if these are unusual symptoms, could be a direct result of increased spiritual energy affecting your body, then the answer is that it is very likely. You are encouraged to source whatever professional health support you need to take care of your body. Also consider using the following simple practices to ease away the side effects of divine alchemy taking place. So, additional sleep, allowing time for physical exercise, exactly all we were speaking about, all I was channeling here with this one. Take some time away from meditation, spiritual studies, or discussion and energy work. Okay, if you need help with energy work and an energy healing session, you can find my email in the description box and I'll send you a list of all my services. Or just spending time in nature and resting. If you work with colors, then take a break for a short time, only working with very soft, subdued white or colorless light. If you have a tendency to push yourself with spiritual work, learning to take time off on regular occasions will help you recover more quickly and suffer less. Yeah, so there is such a thing as working too hard on your spiritual, side, or meditation, or, shadow work. It can be tiring, so you may need a rest from that, okay? All right, so those are your messages from those two. A new earth is happening. Keep holding the vision. Yeah, because you're meant to create or be a part of the creation of this new earth that's happening now. Things may seem a little bit chaotic and conflictuous. Look at what's going on around the world and has been. It's really crazy, but you're actually here to birth a new reality. This is why you need to shift your energy, because you're dealing with these old energies here that are energies of conflict and energies of, vampirism, where people are not taking care of themselves spiritually. And so you're actually here to guide the way for other people. But for that, you really need to lift away from what's going on around you. And you cannot be doing things the same way other people are doing them, because you're here to create something completely different. But first, with the new moon in Scorpio, you need to work through your fears. Your moon could be in Scorpio, or you could have an important Scorpio placement, but this is new moon. This is new energy. For you to walk into this new energy that you're walking into, you may have been working through your fears, and I do feel you're coming to the end of that cycle, and you're getting a new cycle here coming in right as you wrap all of this up. So, yeah. You may be in fear that you're not giving enough to other people in your process, but I do feel you are now walking away. See, she's walking away toward a new earth, a new reality. You are creating a new reality for yourself, and hence also for other people around you as a consequence. Because everything we do really does have, the work we do on ourselves has a ripple effect on other people around us as well. Okay, because no man is an island, and we really do affect other people with our energy. So let's look at the tarot now. We have the Six of Fire, Six of Wands. So this is showing me that you will be successful here with this process, with reclaiming your power. And because of this, you will walk into a time of more success and achievements in your life. Okay, acknowledgement by others as well, if you have not been feeling acknowledged. Why? Because Seven of Wands, you chose to keep moving forward regardless of your circumstances. You've been brave, you've been strong, and you never gave up, and you're not giving up, which is why you are being blessed with this new beginning in your life and this mutation from lower vibration to higher vibration. This is what's going on with you. And look, as a consequence of this, again, this new beginning here, but this will take some courage on your end here. You need to really, I'm seeing for you guys, feel the fear and do it anyway, is the message that I'm getting here. If there's still like that little bit of fear that you have, I feel that you're going to get that final push. You're going to take responsibility, and you're going to know that to do the right thing, you really need to do it with fear, but do it anyway. And look, Ace of Water, beautiful. Then you're going to find that hidden pearl that you didn't know was there within you and outwardly, and other people, other circumstances. You're going to come into new opportunities to connect with people who are more emotionally aligned with you and more aligned with the things that you love, rather than trying to please and chase after, people who are doing things that maybe aren't so aligned with you. So you're aligning with your soul tribe, but that takes taking a leap of faith and being brave. And if you do, you will be rewarded, is what the Six of Wands right on top of the Fool is saying. We have Aries energy, could be somewhere in your chart, doesn't have to be, and Scorpio energy somewhere in your chart. But you're getting a new emotional beginning as a consequence of reclaiming your energy. You're pulling back your energy, you're holding your center, and hence you are becoming as like this magnet to the people who are meant to be in your life, to the circumstances that are meant for you, and therefore you're going to have an emotionally more rewarding situation overall. And Ace of Cups is all about self-love, and guess what? When you are pouring into your own cup, when you are loving yourself, other people will see your value a lot more than if you try to chase after what other people are expecting of you. You are profoundly clairvoyant, so you may or may not know this. You may feel like you have a very strong intuition, and it says, trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. So if you're having a clear vision in your mind and you can see things very clearly, trust this vision, okay? Because these are downloads and messages that are coming to you, and this means that your psychic ability, maybe the strongest one, is clairvoyance. You see things, you have visions, and you're supposed to act upon them. Yeah, but there needs to be maybe a balance in your career and home life. Maybe you're working too hard because you feel that people expect you to work really hard rather than work smart, okay? So, and there needs to be a balance here. You could have a connection to the goddess Isis, or, ancient Egypt may mean something to you. But this is basically calling you to really balance your career and your home life, because things may be a little bit imbalanced. You may be giving too much to one or the other, and therefore the other one is suffering. Maybe you are giving too much to your family or to your immediate unit, and because of that, your career life and the path that you are meant to follow, and I'm seeing life purpose here with this for some reason, is tied to your career, and you're not walking in your purpose because you are giving too much and maybe enabling people who are you're dealing with codependency or addictions, or other people around you, you're trying to heal them, And because of that, you're holding yourself back from this bigger mission that you have that would actually in turn actually benefit them, as it also would benefit you, if that makes sense. And now we have again a leap of faith. That's the Fool energy here. Again, you're being called to take a leap of faith here. Take a risk, put your heart's true desire into action. Yeah, Ace of Cups, that's your heart's true desire. You're being supported by the universe. Don't feel like you're being selfish if you feel like you're doing something for yourself. You're actually, in doing something for yourself, this is actually very unselfish, because you're going to be doing something very big for the collective as a consequence, including your immediate unit. Everyone will benefit from you taking this risk, but it really takes, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. I do feel you have worked through your fears mainly, but now it's just that little final step to move forward. And guys, you know what this is about, so I'm not here to tell you what this is about. You know exactly what you need to do. And so really, you're being shown actually what you need to do. Now, fear could be getting in the way. If that is the case, just know that your intuition is pointing you in the right direction, and this will be for the benefit not only of yourself but everyone else around you in your immediate circle. And by influencing your immediate circle, it will be pouring out to other circles, because each person you come into contact with will come into contact with several other people, right? And it creates this beautiful I'm seeing the image of a mandala, and like a web that starts with you, and it just creates ripple effects, and it will affect a lot more people. Like saying something nice to someone will, set that person to be in a good mood, as long as it's genuine, of course, something you really, really feel, not just making something up. And that person will then be in a good mood to spread the same love onto someone else. Okay, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, but of course apply this to your situation. Okay, pile 1, let me know how that resonated for you. I hope this brought you some clarity and peace of mind. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future readings. And if you want to choose another pile, go ahead and choose another pile. If you'd like to have a reading with me or an energy healing session, you can find my email in the description box. Bless you, and bye for now. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose this lepidolite blade, this is your reading. Let's find out what important message you need to hear right now. We're going to start with this Beyond Lemuria Oracle. This beautiful, beautiful artwork. Can't get enough of it. Okay, third eye chakra. So you may want to go and listen to pile number 1 as well. There is definitely a collective message there, and it did refer to clairvoyance in the third eye chakra. So I do feel a lot of people are opening up to their clairvoyant abilities or becoming aware that we all have them. It's just a matter of accessing them. There are certain exercises, visual exercises we can do to make our third eye chakra stronger, like meditation and visualizations. I do that. I have a specific one for manifesting. So if you want to find out about that service that I have, you can email me, and I can help you with that, opening your third eye chakra and trusting the visions that you see. Okay, to get a pineal perspective. I don't know if you know about the pineal gland, okay? It's said to be that center in our brain that is where we receive our downloads from spirit. It's actually, there are theories that that's where our soul is trapped. I don't really believe that our soul is trapped there, but I do believe that that's where the soul enters during the pregnancy and the first, like at the end of the first 4 months or something like that. So read up on the pineal gland, and you will learn more about this if you haven't already, of course. I know many of you have. So I'm going to read this one from the book. So exactly, the pineal gland is the seat of wisdom and consciousness, intuition, imagination, seeing inner and outer worlds, limitlessness, and understanding. Connect with your third eye and transcend what you understand with your mind. Discover exactly. This is all about, that's that area in your mind that accesses your soul, basically. Because we think a lot, and especially there are people who are overthinkers, much as like myself. especially if you have heavy air signs in your chart, like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or even Scorpio. These are like the almost obsessive thinkers of the zodiac, okay? And what happens is you get too stuck in 3D material life, worries such as lack and having enough and material things, and getting the house, getting the car, getting everything in order so that you don't experience lack in your life. And that sets us into a spiral of thinking and overthinking, and it's a lack mentality. So when you get into your pineal perspective, then you are able to really think outside the box, as if there is no box, because there is no box, okay? So you're going to discover a deeper inner knowing through the interconnected web of all this and has been. All this is and has been. You can tune into this wisdom at will, as and when you wish to. Meditation helps with this. This wisdom is ancient yet pioneering. It is the creator of the free will we choose to weave from moment to moment. Be the observant witness. Allow the transcendence of duality without judgment. Be mindful, listen, and allow your unfurling intuition to unravel the paradoxes of reality. Examine limiting ideas. Listen more. Balance the left hemisphere's logical and analytical thinking with the inner guidance and deeper wisdom. Take note of any thought patterns that may be holding you from your fullest potential through the mind-based fear of past experiences. So the themes here are enhancing your imagination or your intuition, seeing beyond illusion. Okay, healing position between the eyebrows. The color that will help you with the meditation is deep indigo blue. Okay, so meditation could go a long way for you right now. Breathing exercises. Unplug from mass consciousness. How perfect is that? Yes, because there is a mission and a message that is very unique to you. And okay, so I'm feeling for this pile, there could be the case here that what you see on TV or what's going on in the world and what everyone else is doing could be creating some kind of a frenzy inside you, or an anxiety. Could keep you overthinking and thinking of how to get more resources, how to make more money, how to save money, how to, survive in, these times, okay? But you're really being called to unplug from mass consciousness, unplug from what everyone else is doing, everyone else is saying, because you actually, now we have the crown chakra here, you actually have access to the source. You don't need to be doing what everyone else is doing. You don't need to be following anyone else or any group of people, or even what everyone else and the majority is doing. You're not here for that. You're here to create something different. I'm even going to place this over here because it's a 7 and then we have an 8. So you're meant to create something new and something that's a pioneer, like something new. You're supposed to do something completely different from everyone else because you're meant to lead people and not follow. Because you are meant, definitely go watch pile number 1. You are meant to create a different reality on this planet. Okay? And it's actually here to save yourself and other people. There's a belief system based on fear. Exactly, that's what's going on around the world. Doubt and distrust that is known as mass consciousness. It says it is safer to stay with the crowd, not to question what you have been taught. It says you cannot trust the divine to take care of your own financial well-being or your emotional needs. It also says you should be afraid and to not take risks. It says that if you dare to stand up and live your truth, you'll be lost and alone, humiliated, rejected, or even destroyed. You are being guided to unplug from this system of beliefs. You are capable of a more creative, loving, and soul-satisfying way of living. But to access this, you need to let go of the way that is too small for your soul. You are brave and aware enough to think outside the square. What was I saying? I didn't read this book before. Beyond what society or your peers may consider normal. You are supposed to be questioning things right now. You are in a transition from one way of thinking to another, opening up to a new world. Gosh, go watch pile number 1, which I can't say this enough. They're both connected. This is definitely for everyone clicking on this video. Anyway, opening up to a new world which you can trust enough to live in with peace and happiness because of the upgraded new beliefs you are cultivating. No matter how others may resist or criticize your choices, perhaps your new ideas take you away from the world you feel comfortable in. Your higher guidance encourages you to keep opening your mind to a more loving, higher reality. If you have been thinking along new lines and wonder if you are going crazy, your guidance tells you you are doing a great job. You are not crazy. Trust yourself. You are thinking in ways that do not belong to mass consciousness. It can seem scary at first, but once you realize the benefits gained from unplugging, you will enjoy the process much more. And unplugging really also applies to social media. It will free you and empower you to live a life of your own choosing. Opportunities and connections that are meant for you can open up in ways that defy your old beliefs. Maybe you're trying to run after opportunities that have nothing to do with who you are on a soul level. And by unplugging from what is expected of you, then you're going to attract the opportunities that are for you. I may be doing a pick a card of the new opportunities coming your way after this. Sometimes breaking from the unaccepted norm, doing things differently, or being considered weird to family, colleagues, and friends is a sign that you are breaking away from the consciousness of the masses, which is not compatible with your own higher frequency consciousness. So definitely you guys have ascended spiritually here. You have raised your vibration, and this is why you're possibly feeling the pull to do things differently, but you may be questioning yourself. You were born to bring a new vibration of awareness to this planet. Exactly. What did I say? You will find those who can benefit and even love you for this difference if you choose to walk in your authenticity and your genuine path and be genuine. And those who are challenged or fearful of you for it. Either way, you can love and approve of yourself, nourish relationships that support you, and have compassionate detachment from those that do not, without compromising who you are in truth. Definitely go watch pile number 1. So keep unplugging yourself one layer, thought, word, and deed at a time, from that which the mass consciousness would have you buy into. More stuff, more fear, more competition, more doubt, and more suffering. You can challenge any thought you don't want to have. Free yourself. You have the power to change your world and the world we live in as a result. One liberating thought at a time. You can follow this invocation in a meditation if you want. Go back, write it down, listen to it as many times as you want. Here we go. Take 3 deep breaths. Of my own free will, I now ask for spiritual intervention and divine protection through the guidance that loves me unconditionally. I now request the thorough and complete removal of any entity, thought form, belief system, cord attachment, or conditioning from my body, mind, and soul that does not resonate with the pure frequency of unconditional love. I ask for this process to happen with divine mercy, wisdom, and blessing. I call upon my own inner power and strength to listen for any truths and stand in the light of those truths as perfect time and in the perfect way, with the loving and empowering assistance of my spiritual team. Through divine grace and my own inner spiritual authority, so be it. May all beings be blessed by divine love. May all beings be happy and free. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. Weight of the world. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. Yes, I mean, if you don't unplug, you're just drowning in, the same stuff everyone else is drowning in, right? And all you can feel is the weight of the world, and because you most probably are empaths, you feel it's your responsibility to carry this weight, and it's not. If you can, go into a sea, a lake, a pool, a body of water, and try to float there, okay? And feel just how weightless life can be. Meditate, breathe, and release this weight consciously. Set boundaries with what you are willing to see, listen to, or experience. If what you're seeing on your TV is too triggering, if it's just keeping you stagnant and petrified and paralyzed, then you need to stop watching it or reading it or seeing it or giving into it so that you can focus on creating a new reality. You're not here to keep giving to that energy because, you know, that's the thing. It's meant to keep you paralyzed, but you're meant for, you know, to keep pushing this world and yourself forward. So whatever is not yours to carry, don't carry it, let it go, and work on what you can control in your immediate circumstances, starting with yourself by releasing yourself and unplugging yourself, okay? So that you can access the visions that you're supposed to get in your third eye chakra that are a lot more trustworthy than things that people are trying to sell you that's not for your benefit or anyone else's. It's just to make someone else more powerful and richer than, and you staying in a position where you're more controlled. So be bold and make the first move. Okay, there you go. Be bold and make the first move. It takes courage to unplug and to have your own beliefs, especially because they're not always going to be well received or accepted by everyone, but you're not for everyone. It doesn't have to be. Some people will get there, other people won't. We're not all made of the same spiritual cloth, so to speak, so we're never going to please everyone, but you don't have to. But you do need to be bold and walk in your truth because you have a mission here. And if you keep plugged into this mass consciousness, you're just going to drown yourself in the weight of the world. And that's not what you're meant here to do here, basically. Let's look at the tarot. So we have the Seven of Air. Let me just push this one here. So yeah, take off your mask. Okay, stop being someone people expect you to be. Okay, stop hiding behind your mask because you need to be bold right now. Sorry about the construction work that my neighbors are doing. But again, just as the noise of the world, we need to unplug even if it's going on, right? So take your mask off. It's time because you're being called. This is your calling right now. It's judgment time, right? It's time for you to act on your destiny, on your life path. There's no time to waste because what will it bring you and other people? 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Okay, staying with that mask on will not help you and will not help anyone else. You're being called to put down the burdens, 10 of Wands. It's time. We have Scorpio energy here. You could have Scorpio somewhere in your chart strongly. Most people do. At least have one Scorpio placement. Let me know if you don't, and let me know where your Scorpio placement is. I'm very curious about that. But yeah, you're dealing with a lot of burdens, and the more you keep your mask on, the more burdened you're going to feel. So if you want to lift those burdens and be happy and just create a different reality for yourself and everyone else, it's time to really think about what it is you want to keep carrying forward in your life and when you want to finally leave behind. Be willing to forgive. Yes, forgive yourself for staying stuck in this system. Forgive other people for not agreeing with you. Forgive anyone who has done you wrong, and forgive yourself for, not being the best person at all times. You're human. Ask the angels to clear your mind, body, and of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. Okay? And follow your heart. You are being called to unplug from the mass consciousness. This is your heart's desire. So really don't worry about pleasing other people right now. It's not the time to, because you're not doing anyone any favors. You're just enabling other people, and you are keeping yourself from your blessings, and you're keeping yourself from being that guiding light to people who need you and who need your light and love right now. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right, okay? It's that time for you to step up. Now, you don't have to go and create a whole YouTube channel on this. You can just really do this in your vicinity, okay? Each person you talk to will talk to someone else. Each person you inspire will inspire someone else. So it's time for you to hold that fire and start sharing it with other people. And really hold your vision as well. And don't cower in just because someone disagrees with you. You're always going to find people who disagree with you, and you're going to find people who agree with you as a consequence. You may be talking to someone about something, they don't agree with you, but someone next to them is going to agree with you. So, put fear aside. It's time to be bold and make that first move in taking off that mask and starting to share your truth here. But first, you really need to unplug from the madness, okay? Pile number 2, this was your reading. Beautiful. Let me know how this resonates for you. If it does not resonate, choose another pile. Take what resonates, leave what does not. I'm reading for a lot of people, so nothing like a private reading. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future uploads here on the channel. If you would like a private reading or an energy healing session with me, or a meditation technique for manifestation, you can find my email and I will send you a list of my services. Bless you and bye for now. Welcome, pile 3. Last but not least, if you chose this Mookaite Jasper, this is your reading. Okay, let's see what important messages are here for you. If you like the decks that I use here, you can find them in the affiliate links. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to see more uploads on this channel. If you would like a private reading or an energy healing session or a manifestation technique session, you can email me and I'll send you the list of my services. If you like the decks that I use, you can find them in the affiliate links. Okay, take what resonates, leave what does not. I'm reading for a lot of people, so there's nothing like a private reading, or choose another pile. I know that pile 1 and 2 were very connected, so if you felt drawn to either of those, definitely go watch them. There's a lot of messages here, but let's see what your pile says. Communication and co-creation, 21. So this year, 2021, is a very important year for you, okay? You are being called to communicate more, to collaborate, because there is something here that you are meant to co-create with other people and with spirit as well. Okay, so let me know in the comment section what that may be, if you're willing and wanting to share. I'm going to read this one from the book. Self-doubt can be a habit that is hard to break. Actually, I'm reading from a different book, but maybe there's a message there for you. Self-doubt can be a habit that is hard to break. But maybe we'll go back to that message. I took that from another 21 card in another book. I was like, this has nothing to do with communication, but there may be a message there for you. Okay, this is all about telepathy, nonverbal communication. It's about love language, finding unique avenues and ways of communicating that have never been done before. It's about using light language. So for some of you may know what light language means. Okay, I'm getting a message here. I'm just going to share maybe a little bit of my private experience, my own experience as a child. I just realized the other day, see, I don't read up on every single spiritual subject. I'm not, possibly the most versed person in everything there is spiritual, but I do know about light language, and I do know people draw light language, they write it down, or they sing it, or they say it. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people, because I am on certain Facebook groups and, about light language and other, alien stuff and spiritual stuff. Of course, I do read about these things too, but light language has been something that has been called to my attention recently. And I do believe that we express ourselves in light language through speaking, singing, and just speaking in this gibberish. And I remember as a child, I used to go out into the ocean by myself and spend hours there, just diving in the waves and singing things in gibberish. And I didn't know what I was doing, but it felt really good. And it felt like, now that I think about how it felt, it did create a ripple vibration from my heart chakra. So there was something there that I was doing that was possibly already my light working. So if you feel in some way that you used to speak in gibberish and it felt really good and things felt you had a really good feeling when you woke up in the morning as a child, and you felt like somewhere along the way you lost this. It may be time to get back to this. So this is all about multidimensional information. So you're meant to transmit some kind of light language here. Community coexistence, and find a community of people who do the same thing and use light language as well. Relationships, meeting our higher selves, really seeing someone, deeper listening. So you're being called, I feel. Sorry about the construction work, guys. I can't really stop because of it, and they can't really stop because they need their house to be... I'm all for, sorry guys to stop this, maybe this is a message for someone. I'm actually all for not throwing things away and really recycling. So it's great that people are remodeling their homes, but it is a little bit of a distraction. It's not the worst though, so thank you for that, Lord. So this is about reconnecting to who you really are, and who you were before you forgot who you were, if that makes sense. So we normally think of information as something that can be written or spoken, but if something is multidimensional, it is almost impossible to share it with words. I feel I have quite a lot of this information in my field now, and yet my intelligence cannot fathom it. Metaphor or song may hint at its vastness, but it is more like a reminder or catalyst that encourages something to stir inside the listener. Art is one way I have sought to share this information. This is the author speaking in the book, of course, okay? Whatever language you speak, the emotion and message of art and music can be understood. In my healing work, where I feel the energy that comes through hands, there is a sense that my soul and that of the client are in deep conversation. I often feel that I'm much more competent at conversation in these realms. So a lot of you may feel that you want to become energy healers. I do teach the technique, so you can email me if you want to learn this technique. I'll send you the information for this service that I have. My energy healing session techniques teachings can take up to 1 or 3 hours. They have taken that long, and they're really effective. They're being used now by physicians and coaches and even psychologists. So I will be starting some talks on a new channel very soon. So if you want more information about that, you can email me as well. But let's keep going with the message here. So you could be thinking about getting into the energy healing fields. Sorry about this construction work, guys. Okay, so if it's annoying you, click off, but you know, there may be an important message here for you. So my synesthesia allows me to navigate this information in real time rather than having to slow down and translate it into words that feel constricting and dull compared to the vast yet simple nature of what I am looking to express. This is why certain people paint, right? And a lot of the work that they do is in the unseen realm, but they understand part of their role is to bridge these realities and inspire a wider understanding of what is possible. Inspire a wider understanding of what is possible. Okay, the written word and, speech is very limiting if you can access multidimensional communication and telepathy, which is what we do with energy work as well. So if you're wanting to step into these realms, there's a message in this pick a card for you. Out of all 3 piles, I do see that you guys are spiritually maybe a little bit more evolved here, okay? We have divine grace and the law of efficiency, the number 32 and the number 5. So guys, actually, this pile is getting the worst in terms of construction work noise that is going on. And to me, the message here is, first, we are going through Mercury retrograde shadow already, so there's going to be a lot of disturbances in communication. This is a timeless reading, but if you're watching this as I release it, this is another message for you to expect disturbances in communication and delays and trying to get things done and someone doing construction work and it's very annoying. So you're going to have to still keep working through it, okay? And especially for you guys, if you are trying to get into this realm of multidimensional communication and working with energy, you're going to have to be able to block out the outside noise, okay? No matter what's going on around you in your life, you're going to have to be able to block it off and really turn to divine grace so that you can keep being efficient regardless. The number 32 may be relevant to you, the number 21, the number 3, and the number 5. The number 3 is all about networking. And I'm seeing with like-minded people, soul tribe here, finding your soul tribe and connecting to your soul tribe. The number 32, 3 plus 2 is a 5. 5 is change, okay? So there's definitely a lot of deep change going on in your life. And it's very mainly because of this communication, this multidimensional communication that you're tapping into now or you've been going through is really bringing about deep changes in your life, okay? Let's read that one from the book. Let me first go back to that self-doubt can be a habit that is hard to break. It can slow down your spiritual progress. So I do feel this group, you have overcome this self-doubt. That was why the message was coming through. You have overcome that self-doubt. Now, let's read from the book. It is time your life became easier. Yes, that is the big change. Your life will become easier as you connect to this multidimensional source of information here. It is time for you to walk the way of divine grace with trust, simplicity, and acceptance. You do not have to try to make things happen. You can just gracefully act without attachment and trust that all will be as it is meant to be. Surrender your struggles now as you allow life to serve you with love and kindness. This is the most efficient use of your energy and will lead to the best results. Less is more right now, guys. Trying to work really hard, write a lot, read a lot, communicate a lot with words with other people. It's really just going to take back. Right now, you will be doing more if you just really center yourself, and because I do feel you've been doing the work, you've done all you can control right now, and now it's time for you to really surrender and say, hey, I can't keep going on my own. I need to co-create. This is all about surrendering, is all about accepting that you're not doing this on your own. You're co-creating with other beings, with spirit and with source. You're not doing this on your own. So you have to surrender that part that, or if you do everything by yourself, you need to start delegating in the more material sense. But this is also delegating to spirit whatever you cannot control and surrendering after you've done everything you could. Okay? The law of efficiency encourages us to work smarter rather than always working harder. Exactly. It is like learning to allow a wave to carry you to shore rather than swimming the entire way with your own efforts alone, or even against the current, which would make the journey even harder. It is like planting a seed in the right time so nature will help it bloom in the spring rather than planting it during the dead of winter when it takes a lot of effort to keep it alive. And even then it may not survive. So things happen in divine timing, not when we want them to all the time. There's only so much we can do. And then the rest we need to leave up to nature, to spirit. This is the intelligence of the law of efficiency and divine grace at work. To hitch your wagon to the universe in this way, you need to learn to listen. This means tuning into what feels right or wrong at any given time. Sometimes you will want to push forward, yet your intuitive knowing will guide you to rest. Sometimes you will want to hide from a challenge and yet know in your bones it is time to step up and shine with boldness despite the fear you may feel. The universe has a sense of natural flow, cycles, and timing that assures us that it supports every dream we dare to dream, and that every one can come to fruition in due course. It's about divine timing. It may not look exactly as you expect, but if you have set it in motion with desire and intention, karmic law will ensure that it finds expression. For this to happen in the most loving, graceful, and easy way, you must learn to hear, feel, and sense the currents of life and work with them rather than push against them. This is about common sense, allowing yourself to be helped, not making things more difficult for yourself than they need to be. Imagine that you have a chance to share a feeling of love in a room full of receptive people. The time is right. They are open to your efforts to create the maximum effect for love's success. Or you could expend the same amount of energy and time by arguing with one disinterested person in an attempt to get them to understand and receive your love. Definitely watch pile number 2, even though they actually have no interest in doing so. They would just wish to have their own point of view and for you to agree with that. One is working with the law of efficiency and the other is working against the tide of life. It is not bad to choose the harder way sometimes. It can be a great learning experience, but you are being encouraged with this oracle to explore the easier and more graceful way more often, especially at this time in your life, because there is a helping hand, a natural wave of energy in life that is going to be able to support your rising spirit in manifesting something truly beautiful and special in the world. So if you do want to manifest something truly beautiful and special in the world, you cannot be trying to go against the current or other people and trying to convince people of your vision if they don't want to. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So you are now relearning your divine blueprint. You are now going back to your essence. You are spontaneously awakening to who you truly are. And this is why you are accessing this multi-dimensional information going on here. And it's time to act. You've been activated, and it's time now to integrate this by doing, it's not even doing less, but it's just by accepting that you have a mission here. You're not going to please everyone, but it's time to act by just allowing yourself to receive the downloads of information and to integrate them before you can take action. Okay? Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So someone here could have their moon in Leo or some important placement in Leo, but full moon, this is completion. Okay? I do feel this being a message, the message here for you is actually that time where you would allow pride to get in your way is actually coming to an end, okay? And now you're really looking at, how can I contribute to the collective? Pride here is no longer a part of my path, because right now I need to allow spirit to step in and co-create with me. This is not about pride. This is about being humble right now. And the more I can let go of my pride, the more I can get done for myself and the collective. Temptation. You're definitely letting go of the ego. There is a death of the ego. You're understanding, you're coming to the understanding that you're not doing this alone, that you're actually co-creating. And if you have been like a workaholic and working too hard, I do see you easing that up, because she is taking a rest there after she took a bite of the apple. She realized that, you know, that was not that fulfilling, and it wasn't really bringing her all that she needed. So she just took a rest from that. And I do see you allowing your ego to go to sleep. You could have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries in your chart, but there is a message coming in for you from Spirit here to let go of temptation. You could also have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your chart. You may be trying to start your own business here. 4 of water, 4 of cups. But, you know, the material life alone has been keeping you unsatisfied and bored. And so I do see you letting go of an addiction here, because it's making you feel uneasy, and you've realized that this is not enough. Doing things just with your own physical energy and just for money is just not enough for you anymore. And now you're seeking for a higher meaning, and by stepping into this communication. And so you're releasing the pride, you're releasing the addictions, you're releasing the workaholic in you, and you're connecting to Spirit, because the messages you're going to get there are going to actually allow you to make a lot more progress in less time. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. Outdated thinking and limiting beliefs. lack mentality. You're letting go of all of this. You're letting go of the addictions that are keeping you stuck in cycles, because you are closing a major, major cycle here where maybe you let your ego take over and your pride, and now you're stepping into more of a co-creative energy here. And you're going to see things easing up and a lot more coming to you in less time. And in letting go of your ego, you're actually going to make a lot more progress toward your abundance and your prosperity here. So well done, guys. You're going to find the blessings in your current situation. Krishna may have a meaning for you, a special meaning for you, but you're going to find the blessings in your current situation. And as a consequence of that, you're going to become more grateful. And because you're grateful, you're going to be attracting higher vibrational reality to you. And you're going to use this gratitude and these current blessings, even though they may seem very small blessings, you're going to use them as a platform for the next ones. And the way to go from platform to platform is by being grateful for each thing that you do have rather than focusing on what you don't have. And look, as a consequence of this, your future is bright, okay? Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. That's your main message here. Stop giving into lower vibration. Stop giving into your ego that's tricking you into thinking there will never be enough, because what's happening for you now is you're getting the opportunity to raise your vibration and hence attract the abundance that is meant for you. It's there. So stop sabotaging it with your thoughts. Every time you put a negative thought out into the world, you're just delaying your blessings. Stop worrying and you will have a bright future. You could have a Lakshmi placement. You could be a Lakshmi in Vedic astrology here, or you could be meeting someone who is a Lakshmi, who could be someone you end up marrying or coming into a connection with, a relationship with, who will be someone who, as you walk beside this person, you're going to be a power couple, and this person's going to help you attract the abundance you always dreamt that you could have, but you really never could tap into because you were possibly with someone who was blocking that blessing, or you were, or there was toxicity around you, or someone who you were taking care of who wasn't like walking beside you and was draining all your energy, and wasn't really the person who was meant to help you attract this abundance. Because I'm seeing two people here. You could be dealing with someone a lot younger than you, a lot older than you, and I do see a power couple dynamic here if you just choose to let go of the ego, of your pride, of what people expect of you, and release all this outdated garbage that you were taught that you had to work really hard and long hours, rather than really access your intuition, the higher guidance of the multidimensional communication, telepathy of all that information that is readily available to you. There could be someone coming into your life or has come into your life. This person could be feisty, someone who is feistier, or you could be this feistier person who's coming into contact with this king of Earth, who is the energy of the business owner. If you could be the business owner, this person could be the business owner, and you have this dynamic in this. So you're teaching each other something new. If you're the business owner, you're teaching this other very spiritual person a very practical side of life, and they're teaching you the spiritual side, or vice versa. But there is a powerful dynamic here where one of you is bringing in an extra capacity of really leveling up in your business and your life in general and getting everything you want. Now, you could have this effect on someone else. Someone else may have this effect on you. Take it how it resonates. But what is very important here is that you need to, or this person, or you're helping someone release this. Okay? And so if you were wondering why this person is in your life, or why you're in this person's life, or what is the lesson here, or what is the purpose here, this is the purpose, is to help each other out with what is lacking within you. Okay? And hence both raising your vibration. Now there could be a twin flame connection going on here as well. Okay, where as one of you succeeds in certain things and shows certain things to the other, you both upgrade and you're both helping each other out, even if it's just in the 5D and 7D. Maybe you are in telepathic communication with someone here and you're both helping each other out. So you're really being called to learn what you can to and work on your own healing, because as you do, you're helping someone else that you may not be aware of healing themselves as well. And possibly, if this is a twin flame situation, then coming into union with this person and co-creating something a lot bigger, such as a power couple dynamic, or something else. Okay, Pile 3, this was your reading. Let me know how this resonated in the comment section. If it does not resonate, choose another pile. Okay, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future uploads on this channel. And if you'd like a private reading with me or a energy healing session, a teaching technique, or a manifestation technique, very powerful manifestation technique I teach, you can find my email me, and I'll send you the list of all my services. Bless you all, and bye for now. Stay blessed.